Borussia Dortmund next season. And yeah, basically just Borussia Dortmund and building for the start of next season. Like an amount of bigger Premier League clubs and teams with TV money and main ownerships, and then Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, and PSG spend more quicker with budgets, and then the rest after that recruit more, and that's football. So yeah, basically, like just we're building for next season, and yeah, finished second in the Bundesliga pre the season just played with 71 points each with Bayern Munich. Competed for the Bundesliga, didn't quite win it. And then the season just played, season after the season just played, got to a Champions League final. 2 rounds further than predicted in a competitive enough Champions League, and then got edged by Real Madrid in the final. But yeah, I'll say Borussia Dortmund have got a tactical type manager / head coach with Edin Terzic, albeit not sure to what level, but got to a Champions League final 2 rounds further than predicted after the season just played, and won the quarters for Atletico Madrid, having to adjust attacking, and went through 5-4 now good, and then won with team performances in the semi-final, as well as game management, 2-0 on aggregate over 2 matches. So yeah, won like types of matches in the quarters and semi-finals, and tactically adjusted with team performances for both. So yeah, having got to a Champions League final 2 rounds further than predicted, basically, like if Borussia Dortmund won a domestic trophy next season, I'd be Terzic in, but I'd say it's 50-50, but if Terzic won a domestic trophy next season, then Terzic in. And yes, I say win a domestic trophy. Like, Bayern Munich have got Kompany as manager. Like, it may be too early for Kompany to be Bayern Munich manager. It may be too early for Bayern Munich to be getting Kompany as manager. The 8th to 9th pick for Bayern Munich manager. / head coach Kompany. So, and they've just had a season without winning a domestic trophy, and with Tuchel, and finished 3rd in the season just played. And so I'd say next season in the league Bundesliga, I'd say Bayer Leverkusen are the slight favourites. They'll have Xabi Alonso for another season, so I'd say they're slight favourites. Stuttgart have got one of the most next talented managers in the league in Sebastian Hoeneß. And I'd say Bayer Leverkusen are slight favourites for the Bundesliga. For Borussia Dortmund to have a chance of winning the Bundesliga next season, probably got to keep it to with a 4-point gap with Bayer Leverkusen. Otherwise, I'd say Bayer Leverkusen win another Bundesliga title in a row. So then it'd have to be the DFB Pokal. And the season just played in the DFB Pokal, like, it opened up in the semi-final draw. Like, just one Bundesliga team in the semi-finals of the DFB Pokal from the season just played. Bayer Leverkusen, team that won domestic league and cup double unbeaten with Xabi Alonso. Season just played, like the other from the season just played Saarbrücken, Dreiliga, like Saarbrücken got to the semi-finals, winning, like, they beat a higher league side every round, beat Zwei Bundesliga Karlsruhe 2-1 at home, won 2-1 home to Bayern Munich, biggest club of German football, won 2-0 home to Frankfurt, one of the biggest clubs in German football, and then won another of the biggest clubs in third round quarterfinals, yeah. And then Kaiserslautern won 2-0 away to Saarbrücken in the semi-final. Kaiserslautern all right enough sized club of German football got to the final. Albeit Kaiserslautern in the Bundesliga, but they got to the final in a competitive DFB Pokal and lost a competitive final to Bayer Leverkusen. And the other team in the semi-final of DFB Pokal this season, Dusseldorf. All right enough club size again for German football, but Dusseldorf are in the Zweite Bundesliga. So 3 teams outside the Bundesliga in the semi-finals this season, just the one Bundesliga team. The team that won it in Bayer Leverkusen, like domestic double unbeaten. So with Xabi Alonso playing the best football in German football from the season just played, with the most talented manager of German football domestically. So yeah, but if Borussia Dortmund got to the DFB Pokal semi-final and it just opened like that, or half opened up like that, and say there's no Bayern Munich, but then Bayern Munich got company next season, so if Borussia Dortmund are in that semi-final round of DFB Pokal next season, probably got to go on and win it. Probably got to go on and win that domestic trophy. And also, trophy and achievement, Borussia Dortmund aren't the second biggest in German football by loads. Trophy equals achievement, and trophies achieved at a football club are still a big part of a football club size culturally. Borussia Dortmund have won 8 Bundesligas, 5 DFB Pokals, 1 Cup Winners' Cup, and 1 Champions League. But those trophies and achievements achieved culturally for the football club are still a big part of them being a big club. It's not just with the yellow wall end of Signal Iduna Park / Westfalenstadion, or that it's an over 81,000 stadion / stadium, although it's just a big football club to that city. It's also the achievements and the trophies culturally. So, and they're not the second biggest in German football by that much. They're one of the biggest clubs in German football, but Borussia Dortmund second biggest, not by much. So, and yeah, Bayer Leverkusen may not be one of the biggest club sizes in German football club size wise, but that's won a domestic double, and they've just got a little bit bigger as a football club after that. So, and yeah, I'd say they're the slight favourites for the Bundesliga for the second title in a row next season with the league. So, probably have to be within a close enough points gap to Bayer Leverkusen in the league and the DFB Pokal in the semi-finals, go on and win it. Well, I'd say, from the start of the Bundesliga, start of next season, Bundesliga or DFB Pokal, go for both, win one of them. If in the semi-finals DFB Pokal, go on and win that one. If close enough to Bayer Leverkusen on points gap, win the Bundesliga. So, yeah. As for Borussia Dortmund's squad, Ian Maatsen is on loan from Chelsea. So, yeah, whether Maatsen will sign next season, maybe not. Jadon Sancho on loan from Man United. And yeah, I don't know if maybe a bit of a transfer budget, like 20 million transfer budget as a starting budget, pre-player sales, or sell players and then that'll be the budget for the season. Maybe one or the other, but this season, CEO of the club of the board and Borussia Dortmund fan and club member Hans-Joachim Watzke has basically said that, it won't be a budget of 100 million type, but it'll be a higher budget than the season just been played, and that's the season Borussia Dortmund got to a Champions League final. So yeah, so with that little bit, it may be towards winning domestic trophy next season potentially. So maybe, but obviously you still got to have all right enough matches and results. It is a competitive sport, so. And say it for every Borussia Dortmund match, if Borussia Dortmund play a lower league team in the DFB Pokal or play Freiburg in the Bundesliga or Atletico Madrid in the Champions League, so yeah. But yeah, with the squad, Borussia Dortmund having just got to the Champions League final with alright enough team performances and tactically adjusting types of matches, 2 rounds further than predicted for that competition, alright enough to have got to a Champions League final. Just edged up Real Madrid in the final, well done to them, but a competitive enough Champions League for Borussia Dortmund. The best players in that Champions League tournament getting to the final, Greg and Nico Schlotterbeck, one of the midfielders, attacking midfielders, Julian Brandt, driving forward with the ball. So, yeah. So I'd say if any players be sold, it'd maybe be one of those four. Either that or maybe Daniel Marlin. Out of potential player sales, I'll say Brandt maybe at Borussia Dortmund another season or two, potentially, unless a big offer. And same with Gregor Kobel and Nico Schlotterbeck. Mats Hummels may or may not be at Borussia Dortmund another season. He may retire or he may play another season at the club. That's a bit 50-50. That's going to be in a few weeks, but hey-ho. But Niklas Süle probably at Borussia Dortmund next season, I'll say. Julian Rehrson. You got Antonios Papadopoulos, maybe a 2-season player to maybe slot in here and there as a squad player. Bessabaini, I'll say squad player, so I'd still say whether it's Maatsen or another left-back gem of a signing to slot in to start regularly, that's all right enough, I'd say. That's at least. With Matu Moray and Marius Wolf leaving, that's the one right back in Julian Rehrson, so I'd say a right back would be required with this squad depth. With Marco Reus having played his last match at Borussia Dortmund, maybe potentially an attacking midfielder or winger. And I'd say a 25-goal plus season forward. Like, Niklas Füllkrug is an option. Like, he's an option. Like, play crosses to him, like headers, link up, and score an amount of goals. He's an option. He's a 16 a goal a season forward at most. Like, he's an option, but that's the most goals he will score in a season. If Borussia Dortmund had a 20-goal plus season forward, maybe not in the season just played, but the season pre that, in the 71 points each of Bayern Munich, finishing second and not quite winning. If Borussia Dortmund had that goal scored that season, I'd say of that season, Borussia Dortmund may have won a Bundesliga title / trophy, but hey ho. But I'd say if Borussia Dortmund signed 25-goal plus season forward domestically for next season, got a chance of a Bundesliga trophy / title or DFB Pokal Cup / trophy. And yeah, and one of the first players I'd say for a short list, Serhu Guirassy, 28 goals for Stuttgart. Most goals after Harry Kane in the Bundesliga season just played. Kane scored 36. Guirassy scored 28. So he's 25 goal season plus in the league. He's just scored 28 for Stuttgart. Part of them finishing second in the season just played. Had a breakthrough season with one of the most talented managers after Xabi Alonso's own league, Sebastian Hoeneß. So basically, I'd say, and I'm pretty sure he maybe for 16, 20 million starting transfer budget, left back, right back, maybe attacking midfielder / winger, and then it's almost more or less the squad depth for the start of the next season to build towards that. The only thing is, if signing a goal scoring forward, Niklas Füllkrug, not really been a squad player. Like, Niklas Füllkrug scored 16 goals, joint top scorer in the Bundesliga with Werder Bremen, then signed for Borussia Dortmund and been the regular main forward at Borussia Dortmund. So if Borussia Dortmund signed a Guirassy, is Füllkrug probably. Guirassy scores more goals. So basically then, is like, if like maybe would I sign Guirassy and swap a Füllkrug? Füllkrug's an alright enough option, but you're saying, am I going to swap a forward that's going to score more goals? Swap Füllkrug for a player that's going to score more goals, or a Haller, or even a Makoko. Makoko's talented. I'm not sure he'll start enough, and he may need more matches. Would I swap a Halef or Krug or Makoko for Garassi? Yeah, probably. They'd probably be all right. All of them will probably be an all right enough player option for Stuttgart. And Garassi, 25 goal plus season forward. Yeah, I'd get the forward that scored 25 plus. Yeah, I'd probably sign Garassi and swap one of them, they're options. But yeah, probably. Karim Adeyemi, I'd say maybe at Borussia Dortmund another 1 to 2 seasons. Same with Jamie Byner-Gittins potentially, albeit by if he's playing enough matches with enough minutes. Julian Duranville, upcoming player as well. Samuel Bamba, whether they'll slot in for minutes or loaned out, I'm not sure. Got Tom Rota, left back, just finishing a loan at Holstein Kiel. He's been alright enough for them with getting promoted from Zweite Bundesliga to the Bundesliga. He's maybe a player that's slot in a bit, but then I'd say Besabaini would be the first left back. Like the start of the season, just play pre-Maatsen signing on loan, and Maatsen came in and added an option, as well as Sancho to the squad. But Maatsen added like a regular starting lineup option as that attacking left back, as that attacking left-sided player on loan from Chelsea. So I'd rather have a Maatsen or a similar type of signing to that as the first left back. Julian Rerson, yeah, I'd still first right back if an all right enough option for squad depth for right back. Yeah, be all right enough. Rerson's all right enough right back. Sula, Slotterbeck, if it was at Borussia Dortmund another season, yeah, you got a Papadopoulos that may slot in for matches here and there. If Hummels retires, then yeah, I'd say that's a centre back required. Kaya Waitgen, talented player that played a bit at the end of the season in the Bundesliga for Borussia Dortmund, and he's a player that gets on the ball and picks a pass, and yeah, he's a bit of a talented player. Giovanni Reina, that may be potentially a player to sell. Yeah, he's just had a loan at Nottingham Forest, but he scored goals off the bench for Borussia Dortmund here and there, but still didn't really get the start. So yeah, for him to play more regularly, may have to be sold. And yeah, still got the midfielders of Marcel Sabitzer, Emre Can, Selay Ozcan, and Felix Nemeka. So yeah, so I'd say with that, potentially a left back, right back, attacking midfielder / winger, and a 25 goal plus season forward like a Serhou Guirassy. And I'd say that maybe gets Borussia Dortmund to win a domestic trophy season, albeit still got to have all right enough matches and results over the season, of course. But yeah, but will Borussia Dortmund win a domestic trophy next season? I'm a bit, it's 50-50. Bayer Leverkusen are slight favourites of the league, so I'm a bit more, will Borussia Dortmund win the DFB Pokal? I'm a bit more, well, I'd say out to it maybe the DFB Pokal, but Stuttgart with their potentially may have a chance of that next season with their talented manager Sebastian Hoeneß. I'd say Bayer Leverkusen may not be as many matches unbeaten domestically next season, but they'll still have a chance of winning another Bundesliga title with a points lead still with the football they're playing. The talented manager in Xabi Alonso's 3-4-2-1. And they've got a bit of recruitment anyway, so even if a player or two get sold, they'll still recruit. So, yeah. And Stuttgart also have a bit of recruitment, even if they sell players, and they've got a talented manager and head coach in Sebastian Hoeneß. Bayern Munich, Bayern München, they're all right player-wise, but Tuchel, not for Bayern Munich, Bayern München, not won a trophy, finished third, and next season they may have got company too early. So, yeah, it'll be. So, yeah, I'd say Bayer Leverkusen. I'd say like Borussia Dortmund, Bayern Munich / Bayern München, still big matches. Yeah, it's the Classico. It's one of the biggest matches of German football. But like Bayern Munich this club size and team in German football, but they may have company too early, and company maybe head coach managing Bayern Munich a bit too early. So I'd say Bayer Leverkusen with Xabi Alonso are slight favourites for the Bundesliga and DFB Pokal. As for Bundesliga teams in Europe next season, I'd say in the Champions League, maybe Borussia Dortmund quarterfinals, unless they're not playing a Man City or Real Madrid pre the final, like the season just played. But Stuttgart and Bayer Leverkusen have talented managers, and they may have potential for a run. Whether Borussia Dortmund are in the semi-finals or not, I'd say Stuttgart and Bayer Leverkusen, both with their talented managers, have also got the potential to maybe get to the semi-finals to final, like Borussia Dortmund have from the season just played. RB Leipzig have talented players, but I'll say around 16 quarterfinals, and I'll probably say the same for Bayern Munich, that's Bayern Munchen, as they may have got company too early. Frankfurt are in the they're in European tournament next season as a Heidenheim maybe as well as Hoffenheim. Wow. But yeah, that's Borussia Dortmund next season, building for that. And yeah, it's also Hans-Joachim Watzke's last season as CEO on the board of Borussia Dortmund. And yeah, as well as being CEO on the board, he's a fan of the club and a club member. And yeah, so next season will be maybe quite something potentially, but still got to try for right enough matches and results.